Welcome to the Crocheted Crow. This is the first video on my channel. This might be a little bit awkward. Obviously not used to doing this, so on this channel, basically going to be doing some easy tutorials, talking about yarn. I love yarn. Just crocheting, you know, crochet with me's and stuff like that. So today I wanted to talk about a project that I've been remaking recently. I am going to be opening up an Etsy shop, hopefully here in spring, that's going to have crocheted items and bracelets and maybe some shirts and stuff like that. And I wanted to get some inventory ahead of time so I didn't have to worry about, you know, making stuff as I went. And so I chose to make the twisted headbands or ear warmers, whatever you want to call them. My goal was to make 20 of them, and I believe I am at 12 right now. We'll see. I have them all sitting here to show you, but I'll go through the ones I've made so far, and then I'm going to give a short, easy tutorial on how to make one yourself. They are super easy, super beginner friendly, really customizable. You can change the pattern up with no math involved. I know a lot of patterns, when you want to change it up, then you gotta do all these calculations and stuff, but these headbands are super easy to make and fun to make, and they don't take too long. So this first one here is just a green and brown. I usually use acrylic yarn when I make these. You can use anything. I usually try to use something that has a good stretch on it just because it's a headband. I haven't been as consistent probably with the sizes as I would like to be. I kind of just go with the flow and do whatever, but you can use a tape measure, measure it to however big you want it to be, measure it to your head. Maybe take measurements of maybe the person that you are giving it to as a present. I've just been kind of going with 20 to 23 inches. So yeah, this is a green and brown one. Then I have two of these Christmas ones. This is Red Heart. I believe the name of this one was Mistletoe, but this is super pretty. I love how it worked up. This is a little bit thicker than the other one I just showed you, but I had enough to make two of these. I did make a third one, but oops, sorry. I did make a third one, but it got kind of too big, so I just kept it for myself, and you know, I don't know what I'll do with it, but I could always frog it and use it for something else. Then I have two of these green ones. These are from the same skein of yarn, but it was a variegated green Red Heart. This is probably the softest Red Heart yarn I've ever had in my life. You know, Red Heart, it's kind of a mix up whether you're going to get something that's soft or really rough, but I really like this one. So I made two of these, and then this here sparkly one. Me personally, I don't like sparkles, but I know a lot of people do, so I wanted to make one like this. If you have any questions about what the yarn is, leave a comment and I will totally give you a link on where to find the yarn. There's a pink sparkly one. Again, not my favorite, but I know a lot of people like sparkles. This is more of a really hot pink in person, but on the camera it's looking darker than it is in real life. It's very, very pretty. Next, I have these two. These are a yarn that I got in a yarn mystery box that I actually got off of Etsy. It seemed like it was, I don't know about vintage, but quite old, just from the label. So I'm not sure if this yarn is still being sold or not. I did, again, like the Christmas ones, I made a third one, but I made it too big, and, yeah, I would not give it to anyone, so, but I really do like how this came out. It's kind of like a subtle rainbow. Yeah. And then, there's an orange and brown and a regular orange. This orange is way brighter in real life. It is like a day glow orange. It's super nice. I got it to make my grandfather a hat, but I had some left, so I decided I would make some headbands. This brown is red heart, as it was with this one here with the green. This brown is super soft. I love this yarn. This is not I love this yarn, but this is is it called Universal Thread? Something like that. But super pretty, super soft. And then the last one I have already made up is made with completely red heart yarn. This was a variegated brown to a light tan, kind of ombre effect. There was a darker brown in the skein, but I didn't get to it on this. And this is, again, if you want to know, I can tell you, I don't know off the top of my head, but I do know it's red. It's Fleck something, but it's pretty nice. So those are the ones that I have made so far, and now I'm going to give a quick tutorial on how to make one. They're super easy to make. For this one, I'm going to be using Line Brand Mandala Gradient. I hope that's how you say that. I'm always confused on how to say that. I could do my research, but you know. This is 295 yards, 150 grams, 270 meters, 5.29 ounces. It is a 4-weight. It suggests a 5.5 millimeter hook. I'm going to be using a 5 millimeter hook today, just because that's kind of my default for anything, really. Obviously, if there's a pattern that calls for a specific hook size, I do use that, but my default is definitely a 5 millimeter. This is a shade Steel Blue. It's a really pretty gradient. It did have a lighter color in here, but I've already used it for another project. So, yeah, I always do a center pull. Yes, I do get yarn barfs every time I do it, but I prefer to do a center pull, even though it collapses at the end. You can do it however you want. Sorry I say a lot. I'm nervous. Whatever. Other things you're going to be needing is obviously a crochet hook. Like I said, I'm using a 5 millimeter. These are just ones I got off of Amazon when I first started crocheting, and I haven't gotten any different ones yet. I would like to try the Clover Amour hooks out, but I haven't tried them yet. But I do like this. it's good enough. You're gonna need a pair of scissors. I use eyebrow scissors. These were originally used for eyebrows, but they work really well for this. They're sharp. I have cut myself before, so. And a needle to weave in ends. Doesn't matter what kind of needle. This one is, it's got a point on it, but it's not too sharp. You can use plastic, metal, whatever you're more comfortable with. And you may need a stitch marker if you're not going to be doing this all at once. And if you're completely new to crochet, I will show you how these are used. So first, obviously, like most crochet things, you need to start with a, I keep kicking that, wow. You need to start with a chain. The size, the length of the chain for these is all dependent on how long you want yours to be, because I'm going this way. I'll show you here. I'm going this way. If you want, you could go this way. You would chain less, and then you just go around the other way and attach it at the end. But I go horizontally, not vertically. I usually chain around 70 to 75. Obviously, if you have really tight tension when you crochet, it's all going to depend on that. You may, like I said before, want to get measuring tape or measure it around your head and see what size you would like yours to be. So I'm going to make a slip knot. There are different ways to make a slip knot. I'll show you how I make mine. I take the end of my yarn. I'm going to wrap it around my pointer finger. Take this, take the end, lay it over top the other end of the yarn. Then I'm going to take the other end of the yarn, lay that over my pointer finger, and you can hold it right there. I'm going to take the first loop and I'm going to slide it over the second loop, just like that. You can pull that kind of tight. Then you want to insert your hook into the loop that you just made and pull on the long strand of yarn, the yarn that is attached to your skein or cake, whatever you have. And then you'll just have this tail left over, and you'll weave that in when we're done. So there's different ways to hold your yarn as well. It's kind of a trial and error. I tried different ways when I watched different tutorials on how to crochet when I first started. There's all different ways to do it. Whatever works best for you. This is what I do. Wrap my yarn around my pinky and then come up, and I'm going to hold it with my pointer finger. I've never explained what I do before, so this is a little different. You can also get a tension ring. I've never tried them, but I know they're great for a lot of people who struggle with keeping their tension the same and consistent, and I probably could use one, but sometimes I get I think I'm half allergic to wearing jewelry, so I'm just going to do this. So to do a chain, yarn over, we call this yarn over, so basically you're going to put your hook under the yarn. You always want this part facing you. You don't want it like that, or it's not going to grab anything. Always want this hook part that sticks out facing you. You're going to put it under the yarn. Make sure it is under this hook right here. Under there, you're going to pull through this loop that we made when we made our slip knot. Like that, and that's one chain. That's your first chain. Once you get that down, you just want to keep doing that until I get to about, I'm going to get to about 70, and then I will come back. Okay, so I ended up having to do about 76 chains. My tension must be tighter today. But once you're done measuring it around your head or measuring it with your measuring tape, whatever you want to use to get to the desired length that you want, you need to, since we're using half double crochet, I like to add 2 more onto what I left off with, just to make up for the height of it so I don't lose any of my original length. So I'm going to chain 2. Now we need to do a half double crochet in each of the chains that we've done. So I'm going to show you how to do half double crochet. Literally it is half of a double crochet. So I'm going to go into the 3rd chain from my hook. So not this one, not this one, but this one right here. I'm going to go into that. First, I'm going to yarn over like we did when we were going to make our chain, but I'm going to insert into this 3rd chain right here. Yarn over again, pull through that chain right there. Now I have 3 loops on my hook. If you were doing a double crochet, you would yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over again, and pull through 2 again. Since I'm doing half of a double crochet, I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to pull through all 3 loops on my hook, and that is a half double crochet. Again, yarn over, insert into the next chain, yarn over, pull through, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. That is your second half double crochet. You just need to do this for the whole thing. So I will do some more with you. Don't worry about how fast or slow you go. It's not a race. It is a hobby. You should enjoy what you're doing. And move at whatever speed you can. So you want to make sure you don't skip any chains when you're doing this. It will cause it to kind of turn into a triangular shape. It will go up. Sometimes, depending on what kind of yarn you have, it will split. It's okay, just take your hook back out, try it again. The nice thing about crochet is it's really easy to fix mistakes, really easy to take it back out and do it again. That's one of the many things I love about crochet. Very forgiving. And I got stuck. And I'm going to do a few more with you. Oops. I've been doing that a lot lately, slipping my hook. Another thing you can hold your crochet hook however you like. Some people do like a knife thing, which I'm gonna try it for fun. I've never been able to do it. Nope. Not gonna happen. I do what's called the knife hold. So like if I was going to be cutting a cake or something, I hold it like a knife. Just do whatever is most comfortable for you. I do like this yarn. When I first got it out of the box, I got this also in a mystery box. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it because at first I thought it felt kind of rough. But then when I actually like worked it up into something, it was pretty nice. So I like that. So I'm going to finish the rest of these and I will be right back. Okay, I have one stitch left to complete my row. That last chain right there. Pull up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, pull through all 3 loops on the hook. So this is what mine is looking like so far. First row done. Now I'm going to show you how you're going to start your second row. It's going to be all the same, but it looks a little different now that we have stitches here already. So since we're doing half double crochet, we need to chain to match the height of our half double crochet. Each stitch in crochet is a different height. Half double crochet is taller than single crochet. So I'm going to chain 2. People have different preferences and opinions on how many to chain. For half double crochet, I've seen people chain 1, chain 3, however you want to do it. Then, because we need to work the other way now, we need to turn the whole thing over. And now we're going to start working our second row. So these V's here at the top are our stitches. This is the top of our stitch. So I'm going to yarn over, and this here is our chain 2. 1, 2. We do not want to work into that or we'll have extra stitches. So this is my first stitch right here. I am going to insert my hook into both parts of the V, both of them, not just one, but both. There are some patterns, obviously, that will call for front post, back post, or front loop, double crochet, single crochet, whatever, that will make a ribbing when you make your whatever you're making. But this one we just want flat, unless you want to do that. But this pattern is just the regular half double crochet. Yarn over. You're going to pull through the whole thing, what you went under. 3 loops on the hook again, like last time. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook, and that is the start of your second row of half double crochet. Do another one. Now you want to go into the next stitch, careful not to go into the same one. Yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on the hook, and you just want to do this to the end of the row like we did with our starting chain. More yarn. I don't use a yarn bowl or anything. I thought about getting a yarn winder to roll my yarn into a ball. I just haven't got around to doing that yet. If anyone has used a yarn bowl, if you have any suggestions on which one you think is the best or works for you, or if you don't like yarn bowls and why you don't like them, because I'm kind of on the fence. I have heard a lot of people who really like them, and I've heard about a lot of people who don't like them and think they're a waste of time. So yeah. Now also, you will see that there is a bar down here as well on the side of your stitch. Careful not to go into that. I'll show you what it looks like if I were to go under all three things here. As you can see, that has left a major gap. Now, some people do that on purpose, obviously, to have gaps like that. Some projects you want that. I'm just doing the regular stitch, but you can do whatever you want. That's why I said this is super customizable. It's a great pattern to switch up the length, the size, stripes. You do whatever you want. So I'm going to finish the second row and I will be back. Hey guys, this is me in the future. When I was uploading this video, I didn't realize how long it was going to be. So I'm probably going to split it into two parts, and we're going to end it right here for this part. Excuse the noise, my cat is trying to break into my office. I'm going to break it into two parts just so it uploads a little bit quicker. At this point, I don't see how it's going to upload correctly with the length that it is, and I'm just using my phone, so it's not as quick as a PC or a computer or anything. So yeah, I hate to break it up into two parts. I know it's a little annoying, but as soon as the first part is uploaded, I will work at getting the second part, uploaded immediately afterwards. So thank you for watching this part if you did, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!